Welcome, all my lovely edge dwellers. Luca Hallex here, Power Sorcerer. This is, I'm calling it my test flight of Luca's light channel. Because I had the sense that I wanted to do some more channeling like I do in the year ahead channeling each year at the end of December. And I've been kind of missing doing that channeling because I haven't had any events over the past little while I've been, well, that's not true. I did one channeled event when I was in Sweden for the community I was staying in at the time, which is where Sana comes from. So we can all wave at Sana and say welcome to the Swedish contingent. So I decided that I was going to do this once a month for half an hour and just let myself go into this and see what information comes through. So when I do channeling like this, I'm tuning into my guides, my team of guides with whom I work, and that includes the intergalactic side of things. And also for all of you who are present here as I do this, and for anybody who's going to come and listen to this at a later date in the replay, we're tuning in to all of that energy. So this is kind of this overlighting, overarching kind of energy that is more than just the personal. So we could call it the intra-personal, if you like, or the extra-personal. It's a big umbrella. So we'll see what we get. And I may, as this often happens when I channel, I may just close my eyes and go with it. Sometimes my eyes are open. I'm never sure how that's going to work until I get into it. So I hope that all of you enjoy. You don't need to do anything, but just hang out and be present. Your attention, your witnessing of this always adds to the energy of what we're doing. And this could be really exciting. I don't know if they're going to open it up and ask you guys if you have any questions, because I really don't know what's going to come through until it comes through. So so welcome to everybody who's present here and everybody who's coming to this in the replay, which will be out within 24 hours, so that you can come along and listen. I don't know what my fee structure is going to be on this yet. I'm waiting to get direction on that. But for any of you who are in my Patreon Edge Dweller community, there will be, it'll either be free or there'll be a hefty discount on it, depending on what guidance I get on this as I set it up. But the most important thing is for me to just be able to do it and all of us to participate. So here we go. We're on our way, recorded, and if anybody has any questions, just stick them in the chat. And when I come to the end of whatever's being channeled, I'll have a quick look in the chat and see if there's anything that I need to respond to. So I will be quiet just for a moment so that I can tune in and see what we've got available. Oh, and I put my intergalactic working necklace on with the meteorite on the end of it, because I figured, why not? You can see me nodding as I tune in. I'm asking if I'm grounded and ready, and if they're ready to bring information through. So I'm getting a yes. Loosening up my jaw here so that I can let them take over. Greetings, one and all, from all of us who make up Luca's team and who make up, in truth, your team, as well as everyone is one together in this quest for knowledge, understanding, and compassion for the planet as it is at this moment in time, in your linear time, for we do not understand time as you understand it in your construct on the planet at the moment. There are other planets within your system as you understand it. They do have some ideas around time, although they do not correspond exactly to your ideas. It has taken some amount of time on your planet for you to set up time as you understand it presently. This history of time is not pertinent to what we would like to discuss with you today. In truth, we have been nudging Luca for a little while now, but not as hard as just recently, as time is requiring, your idea of time is requiring that you have more information available to you than you have had up until this moment. Each of you has a different role, different with some similarities, but mostly different from Luca's role in all of this. Luca has elected to participate with us in helping to convey messages to each of you in the right time. And that is what dictates who is available and who is participating as we convey this information to you at this time. Each one of you has the equivalent of a button. You might also call it an initiator. It looks to us like a light that is in the middle of your sternum, where Luca is pointing at the moment. And it glows green. You understand this part of your energetic body as having a green color. That is less important to us than the fact that it is as if you were on a master control board that we can look at that shows us that you are turned on and ready to receive. Each one of you receives in your own way, at your own pace, and for your own reasons, but you all participate in an overarching desire to make this planet more loving, a more loving place to be and to learn. For all of you are participating in this idea, this concept, this desire to have this place be one of learning. Learning from one another, learning from those parts of yourself that reside in the same energetic strata as where we are broadcasting from at this moment. None of you are, in terms that you would understand, greater than any others. You are all team members, if you would like, and part of a community. So we are giving you opportunities. We are helping you to manufacture opportunities to get together with one another and to see how much you have in common as you go about trying to learn, experiment, and share with one another in your desire to hold hands, not just physically, but energetically, around a heart that is at the center of this global experiment. Not all of you are human. In fact, in this circle at the moment, you have what you refer to as a cat, but there are many other animals around participating in the rooms with you as you either participate in this live or come back to it in what Luca refers to as the replay. creatures on this planet, including plants and the mineral realm, and other beings who are not on the same three-dimensional physical level as you, are all participating in this great experiment and deserve as much recognition, respect, consultation, and participation as you have, although they will do it in slightly different ways. This medium, where you come together across what you call the internet, is an important one for you as what you have come to see as human beings. Just paused to let a few more people into the room. At this time, as you watch what is going on the planet, your fear is that the fabric of your communities is devolving into something which does not resemble what you would like it to be. We would like to help lift your energies today so that you remember what the purpose of your being on this planet is. It is not to focus on what was. It is to hold in your imagination and in your hearts, the representation, the certainty of what this planet has the potential to move into as you are living your life in this particular time and space, which you could call a station on your radio bands, as if you were tuning into a particular radio station. We have used this analogy with Luca in the past, and she has shared it with many of you. It gives you the opportunity to imagine that you are tuning in together because you have similar ideologies in terms of what you're doing here on this planet. That does not mean that other ideologies are wrong or bad or counterproductive. They are just different from yours. You will experience what you focus on. So in this case, you may be aware of different events that are taking place on your planet and coming across in your news. You may be aware of all of them without having to participate in them or lend them energy that will cause them to devolve further. But your awareness of them on the planet is allowing you to feed energy to them that will uplift the individuals who find themselves in the middle of those situations and who are there to help to elevate the possibility of them moving beyond that kind of conflict. The conflicts are there at the moment to show an enormous contrast between what was and what is coming into being. Some individuals will choose to stay in the darkness of that contrast, not because it is wrong, but because for them it is not yet complete. This is somewhat difficult for all of you to understand as you let go of the old premise of duality. We use the term duality fully aware that you have limited understanding of what that means compared to what you will understand about it over the next, in your time, 1 year to 18 months. There is a quickening going on in the energy and the grid of energy around your planet at the moment. And this quickening is helping all of you to rise to a level where you feel more comfortable and where you begin to see yourself more in alignment with what you hoped you could be on the planet in this lifetime. We encourage you not to despair. It is easy to slide into the fear that has been created and is being created in waves on your planet at this time. You do not need to participate, and you will not be swept away in it unless you choose to. Even if you choose to, even if you fall into the water that is making these waves, you can rise back out of that again at any time by remembering who you are and what you're doing. You will get more adept at being able to shift in and out of different perspectives on the planet. Just because you hold one perspective for an amount of time, as you know it, does not mean that you cannot slide out of that perspective again. Think about it as trying on clothes before you decide what to pack when you're going on a trip. This channel today is meant to be reassuring for you, because we understand that many of you are feeling somewhat jaded, somewhat hopeless about what is going on the planet. This, you keep saying to yourselves, is not what we came for. This is not what we agreed to be doing on the planet. Focus instead on those of you who do know this and who are working at a higher level of vibration. And that will help to shift your particular focus at this time in this experience, so that you feel more comfortable and more surrounded by people of like mind and like heart. We are happy to entertain questions at this time from any of you who would like to ask questions.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have in meditation a couple of days ago, I got this overwhelming feeling that my soul was just how can I describe this? Love, but it didn't have a particular purpose but to be. And that confused me, because I've always felt like I must have a purpose, but my soul was telling me that the purpose is to be love.
You will take that feeling with you into every single interaction you have. So this does not mean that you will not have any goals, that you will not have any achievements, but your overarching purpose is to be, but to be yourself. To be yourself in the flavor of who you are as an intergalactic being, expressing yourself through a body that is Sana at this time.
Thank you.
So if it, we say this to Luca all the time, if it feels good, then go with it. But your purpose on this planet is to help people to remember to be. And the best way for you to do that is to be yourself as an example, not an example of perfection, but a perfect example of learning.
Thank you.
It is our pleasure.
I have a question. It's more global on the essence of, you've been tangoing, I'm going to say, back and forth with, we're going to call it the monetary structures and abundance. So I'm just seeing what insight can be given to, it's not really grant reassurance, but to even energetically or vibrationally support our understanding, because it feels like we're in this middle place of where we can go to, because it's not going to be like it is now. So is there some kind of system of exchange? Like, where can we facilitate, instead of putting our attention on what's going down and what isn't anymore, where can we put our attention, and what feeling can we go into to work with something new that we can all support each other on? What flavor? Is there ice cream flavors on this one?
All of you here today are the flavors. We encourage you to think of coin. It is easier when you think of this as coin. Imagine that you're holding a coin and you flick it from the side, and it spins so quickly that it becomes invisible. This is the flickering quality of duality when it is sped up to reflect a higher vibration. It becomes invisible. It's still there, but it becomes invisible. What will replace it is already there in the coin itself, but in what the coin is made of, and not the two sides of the coin. It doesn't matter which side of the coin you look at, you're looking at the same coin. When you come together as you have today, and as you have been increasingly coming together around the planet, you create an energy field that is abundance. Abundance is the vibration level of your interaction, of your exchange. And as you support one another and participate with one another in this great experiment, you push one another's vibration higher and higher. And the higher the vibration goes, the more it frees up energy that can then be spent in any way you like. This brings into effect at ever increasing levels the law of attraction. All of you have heard this term before. The law of attraction means, very simply, that the higher you vibrate, the higher the vibrations that are attracted to you, which increases the level of vibration even higher. As the vibration goes higher, it allows you to manifest faster. You are learning to drive the vehicle of this, because if you vibrate at a higher level and attract faster, you need to be very conscious of what it is you're attracting. If you devolve into fear, you will manifest fear and the outcomes that are associated with what you fear much faster than you did before. This is one of the reasons why we do not push you to go any faster than you are already going. And also, you cannot just individually move into this higher level of vibration. You need to take one another along with you, because you create this and enjoy it and experiment with it in community. Part of the nature of the next level of paradigm that you are enjoying is collaboration and community, and the understanding of what happens when all of the disparate elements are brought together as one for your mutual enjoyment. So this concept of money is an old one, and we are encouraging you to move it into the realm of vibration and attraction. And you are understanding this more and more every day with every interaction you have with it. Do not for a moment think that you are not moving very quickly on this dynamic journey to another way of manifesting. You are manifesting abundance at a higher level of vibration, and you will manifest as quickly as you are able to take these concepts on board and use them. We do not wish for you to be driving a very fast, high-powered car if you do not yet know how to drive. All of you are fairly sophisticated in terms of your ability to work with what you have seen as coin. You will now be moving this across a barrier that you are already, with which you are already engaged. And as you move together, you will begin to manifest together that which you will enjoy together.
Thank you.
You are most welcome.
I mean,
Are
I have
there
another question too, if nobody else wants to say anything.
All right. Does anybody else have a question before we go with Jennifer's second? Maureen has one.
Perfect.
What would you like to know, Maureen?
Not sure if this is the right question, but it's a question I have. It's around the work of decolonization and reconciliation in this time that we're in. And we see it right now through a 3D lens, and I'm curious what it looks like from a 5D dimensional lens. It's a curiosity that I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maureen, you are holding a marker for the communities around you. You have lived many lives on both sides of this continuum, and you are presently involved in the dissolution of the continuum. This is very delicate, essential work for the raising of the vibration of both communities, those who desire forgiveness and those who are being asked to forgive. For forgiveness is not the true issue here, except on a three-dimensional level. Both ends of this continuum, right up to where it meets in the middle, are being asked to see the complete community as one, as a whole. And both sides of this as but expressions of what we talked about earlier as both sides of the coin. When they spin fast enough, we come to understand that the coin is one. Maureen, you are not the only person who is holding this energy. And gradually you will come to know, whether on a physical level or on an energetic level, more individuals who are seeing the world through a similar lens to yours. You can trust that you will know the right thing to say to the right people at the right time to gently move this paradigm into a place that vibrates at a higher level, so that the experiences, the hopes and dreams and desires of both ends of the continuum can come together and dance as one to create a new experience that serves to provide hope for all the people who have not yet moved through that fulcrum that will allow them to be whole. We are suggesting to you here that you are already involved in the process of seeing this on an energetic level. You do not need to push anything, nor do you need to drag anyone along, both of which you have already intuited do not feel right to you. You are witnessing everyone, and you are able to see the great potential in the hearts of all the individuals involved in the complete community experience in which you are presently immersed. This is happening all over the planet. Not all of this has to do with the exactly the same issues that you're dealing with in your community. But if you pull up to a higher level, you will see that the issues are the same, although the circumstances may be different. So all of the opposing camps who have done damage to one another, we would refer here to men and women. We would refer to conquered and conquering. We would refer to those who take and those who are taken from. All of these are a dynamic of the human experience, and therefore also the experience within nature on the planet as you know it at the moment. You are all making the move across to a different paradigm. And in doing that, you are having to come to an understanding of wholeness, each within you as individuals, and right down to the level of each molecule in your bodies, all the way up to the level of understanding the planet as a unique cosmic whole where all of the parts influence one another. The balance within each molecule is reflected in the balance across the planet as a whole, and you are not the only ones doing this within your solar system, within your galaxy. There are others who are experimenting with this, each in their own ways. So you are connected to this experiment across time and space in ways that you will delight in learning about over the next little while.
Thank you.
Jennifer, can we answer one more question for you before we wrap it up for today?
I think that Maureen, in her great wisdom, kind of tied it in, and you and the team and your great wisdom managed to answer it from a left angle, rectangle, rectangular tetrahedron. So I think we're good. Thanks.
All right, let's see if there's any parting comments before we complete here. It is our great honor to spend time in your concept of time with each of you today and in your future as other beings come to this in a recorded form. We look forward to being with you again. Remember that you are not dependent on Luca as a channel. You all have the ability to channel in your own way, but coming together in a group like this amps up, as Luca would say in her jargon, amps up the vibration level and makes a lot of information even more accessible to you. So all of you are precious members of groupings like this and any others in which you participate. And we look forward to all of you coming together again in this type of format with great anticipation. Blessings to all of you. We look forward to the next time. Cool. The guides, they don't say cool. That's my jargon here. I'm glad you could all come today. I'm going to sign off the recording here, and then we can, if we have any comments to share, we can share them from there. Well, or maybe not. Should I? No, I can leave the recording on. So any thoughts, anybody?
Oh, feelings. Love it, love it, love it. Yay. And
I love it
it's
too.
only a year to 18 months, everyone. Like, yay.
Thank
Right?
God.
Well, that's the current timeline, but
It's so interesting because the last time I was here in Scotland, I was not staying in touch with any of you anywhere else in the world. And the first time I came here, the internet was brand new. People didn't even know what email was because that was in 1993. And so it really is a different experience for me to be here in Scotland and yet to be alone in a way, and yet not alone, because I'm bringing all of you with me in a way that I was not able to do the last time I was here. And I have to say I'm really enjoying it. And periodically I forget that I have all of you. But it definitely, as I sit in this space here that I've decided to use for creativity, because I'm starting to write the book. It really is. It's comforting. I have to say it's comforting to know that all of you are here with me in your own form of exploration, because we're all sitting, I think, in equal quantities and if perhaps different configurations of not knowing. Everybody, all of you are all testing the boundaries of your own experience and trying new things in your own way. And it's so exciting that it's different but the same, right?
I also appreciate the idea of playing with words, the answering my question or the question, and you have the idea of a coin and the two sides of the coin in one speed, and then you can spin it, and as you ramp the speed up, so to speak, of reality, it now appears to be not spinning, right? It could be, just a constant movement of a swirl you see. And from that comes the, of course, joking. We're all talking about multidimensional and paradigm. It's the paradigm, like literally D-I-M-E. It's the coin of the dime.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
so I thought that was a lovely image for everyone to
It
help
actually
remember.
became invisible. Like as I flicked it was spinning so fast that it wasn't, it was see-through.
So we can imagine to that point how many things are actually going on as I look around. Like talk about real estate. How much real
Yeah.
estate of things are going on here that I'm like, oh look, I sorry, ran into that. Oh, there's that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you. That was a lovely visual to stimulate for me.
Cool. That was nourishing for me. It's always nourishing for me to go into that place because it makes me feel perfectly balanced, because they kind of take over, they come in and take over, and I don't feel displaced anymore. The first time I did it, I felt like I had to move out to the edges of myself. Like kind of like when you put a drop of soap into dishwater that has oil on the surface and it goes out to the edges. I felt like I had to go out to the edges of myself. Nowadays, when I do this, I don't feel like I have to move away as much. I can just let it come through the center of me, and it feels much better than it used to. Yeah. I noticed you, Maureen, sitting with your hand here. Is there a feeling that goes with that?
I guess I would, yeah, just be still in my heart, you know. I think there's excitement and yeah, just a lot of sparking, and it's yeah, it's
Yeah.
to settle
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's all the great learning, the sparking, the learning, the community, the vibration. Yeah, so some really neat nuggets that I'm taking away.
I
Thank
love
you.
the idea that we all have this green light right here. It looked like this giant button that you just push. Just all you have to do is breathe on it and it all lights up. It's neat. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up, let everybody go. It was just fabulous to have all of your shiny faces here today. And I will let you know, I'm planning the next one to be, well, I'll put all the information out about this. I'm going to keep it open to everybody as we go forward. And for those folks in my Edgewater community on Patreon, I think it in one way or another will be included in that package. So I just have to look at the configuration of it. And for everybody else, people who find this useful will be able to join it, and there'll be a small amount of money for each one. Is not going to be high because I don't want it to be prohibitive. I want us to be able to all come together like this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. And Rebecca, I saw your post about all the community that you're creating around your new space out in Chilliwack. I think that's fabulous. So I'm cheering you on from all the way over here in the Highlands of Scotland. Makes me wish that I could come over and visit, and I'm sure that will happen at some point. I'll be able to come.
I've got the room for you, so
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel like I need to take a trip back and land in Calgary and then land in Whitehorse and then land in Vegas. I feel like I should do this, and I might have to go via Sweden, right? There's one of the airlines here has got this fare. It's like a low priced fare to Iceland right now, and I feel Iceland is like my gateway to get back to North America. So I'm sure that there's flights from Sweden to Iceland as well. So it's giving me ideas. I have to figure out how to do it. So blessings to all of you. Until next time, remember you too can speak intuition.
Thank you so much for the invite. That was fantastic.
Thank you.